And Marquez. Row 2 headed by Danny Pedrosa. Big crash in the warm this morning. Polispargo and Andrea Iannone join the Spanish on row 2.
Row 3, a former pole setter here, Cal Crutchlow, Hoy Lorenzo, taking his fifth.
Position records began way back in 1973. Johan Zarco leads the way from fellow Frenchman Fabio Quartararo. Further down we've got Bradley Smith, Stefan Bradl and Alex Marquez on row 7. Keep an eye on Stefan Bradl from the back of the grid. We believe he is going to try Honda's Kenny Roberts. The last time a Yamaha rider won the opening 3 Grand Prix of the Premier Class.
The warm-up lap on a very warm circuit, 47 degrees temperature.
So welcome back to Assen, round 8 of the MotoGP World Championship. And what a lineup for MotoGP.
A 61st pole position for Valentino Rossi ahead of Aleix Espargaro and Marquez. Row 2 headed by Danny Pedrosa. Big crash in the warm this morning. Polispargo and Andrea Iannone join the Spaniard on row 2.
Row 3, a former pole setter here, Cal Crutchlow, Hoy Lorenzo chasing his 5th successive win, and Maverick Vinales, row 4, Andrea Dovizioso. So welcome back to Assen, round 8 of the MotoGP World Championship. And what a lineup for MotoGP.
A 61st pole position for Valentino Rossi ahead of Aleix Espargaro and Marquez. Row 2 headed by Danny Pedrosa. Big crash in the warm this morning. Polispargo and Andrea Iannone join the Spaniard on row 2.
Crashed out as well since the first race last year that he had in MotoGP. Really was a huge shame, but Marquez today was sublime. I mean, there's nothing else you can say.
He else is doing. He does his own thing, went to the front, set a rhythm that nobody else could match, showed them all a time pair of heels. It's devastating really to the rest of the pack.
Well, he's a popular man on the podium, Valentino Rossi. Let's cross over now for these celebrations.
9 in total when you consider the 250cc World Championship.
Rossi, let's cross over now for these celebrations.
9 in total when you consider the 250cc
Down
World
Assen,
Championship.
and we are underway.
It was a great start from pole position by Valentino Rossi, just what the Italian wanted. Aleix Espargaro got away pretty well too. Look at Polispargo on the inside, but it's Rossi that leads the way from Polispargo on the Suzuki. Marquez in third, Lorenzo really aggressive up to 5th place already.
Valentino Rossi made Desmo Dovi. Alex Rist at a moment on the front end of that Suzuki down to turn number 8. That's let Rossi come on through. Full fuel load there, but to try and get out of this traffic so he can try and catch up with his group already in the early stages. A few riders exceeding him, and in terms of race, Aleix has done it right so far. Quartararo second, and Marquez more mistake at turn number 8 on the front end of that GSX-RR. He's picked up 2 spots to get into 6th, lost himself in the corner on the first lap. That started. Polispargo, the team said Tim Barber told Simon Craig for this morning, and Tom said this here in Misano.
Yeah, and Maverick Vinales true to his word. He said it would have to be a fast pace at the start.
Team just 3 men on that first lap of the 139s. They were the top 3 men.
Vizioso down at 33.8 already
from Maverick Vinales.
They're out of turn 10. He's up the inside goes Fabio Quartararo. How brave was that?
Yeah.
Fourth, all things considered, on the second lap gone.
Out.
On board now with Fabio Quartararo. He's got some good drive.
Vinales might have made a slight mistake coming well clear of Franco Morbidelli, is almost a second behind. Marquez now in third.
Heading on to the start-finish straight. Nothing wrong with the speed of the Honda. We know they're out of turn 10. He's up the inside goes Fabio Quartararo. How brave was that?
Yeah. Vinales, he pushes Vinales out of the way through turns 9 and 10.
Look here, this has given Quartararo just a bit of breathing space up towards turn 13 now.
He's fastest lap of the race from the Frenchman, a 33.4. Blitzed it 0.4 of a second quicker than.
Then he'll just disappear.
If you could go on me down then at turn number 10, so easy to have the front 10 wash out on you there. Rossi still can't get through on Polispargo's K2.
They're out of turn 10. He's up the inside goes Fabio Quartararo. How brave was that?
Leads from Marquez. Now Alex Rins has made a real meal of it. He's got to be patient.
Marquez, yeah, father
An independent team Yamaha has never won in the MotoGP.
He's seen on too many occasions this year an actual full-on scrap between these two.
Yeah, Fabio with Marquez. I think that's about the time around.
What could not be split really. Quartararo and Marquez.
It was the move that Marquez made on him.
was aggressive. Valentino Rossi finally makes his move on Espargaro and moves up into 5th place, but how late
Had 33s, guess who it was? It was a 93. Marc Marquez, he was 0.3 of a second quick. That would have just put that little element of doubt in Marc Marquez's mind about how it would go over the full race. Not, and not by a long way. Quartararo still leads. He's under immense pressure though from Marc. Check further down the field on some big hitters. Danilo Petrucci.
Miguel Oliveira's gone down the road. He didn't need that with the injury he was carrying. Around a turn 10, he's on the inside goes Fabio Quartararo. How brave was that? Misano Grand Prix.
Morbidelli, although he runs in a little bit.
There's enough time left in this race. It is doable. Quicker. He'd need more than a 10th a lap.
Yeah, that's the problem. Quartararo and Marquez all over again. Block pass on Morbidelli down into turn number 14.
Similar smell to it, hasn't it, to the ding-dong we saw last time at Silverstone. It's going to be Quartararo versus Marquez
for the 3rd race in a row.
Around a turn 10. On the inside goes Fabio Quartararo. How brave was that?
Yeah. Well, save yourself the trouble of the long lap.
A little bit too ambitious, a little bit too aggressive. That's how we all felt, Mr. Marquez.
Look at the top of his head.
Paying out for some quite considerable time and nothing between their lap yet again.
He inflicts further damage in the World Championship here today and wins in.
So far he has not made a single mistake, not put a foot wrong.
Well, it's been the perfect race really yet season. In Moto2, 20th, 22nd, 15th.
He's not going to see the checkered flag.
Damn!
Turn number 8, that just adds now. If he wins this, if he keeps Marquez behind him for this length of time, then it's going to be
now from Quartararo as he pumps that Yamaha out of turn 10.
Pushed into a 4th though.
And I just don't think it's going to be enough.
He's going to be kicking himself in Vinales. Where did he go from about laps 3 to 10? Well, it looks like he's on course. Oh, Marquez, is he going to try and find him, move up the inside into turn?
Opportunities to go through there and has decided not to.
They're going Mazzano.
8.5 kilometres remain in this battle between Quartararo and Marc.
Fast right-handers, it is still Fabio Quartararo. No winner in MotoGP from
the final test. He's gone for it straight away into turn 1.
Marquez then takes the lead at turn number 4. He's got the inside line. Can he hold it?
PACAY. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, komen.
Share nggak?
Share dong, enggak.
Lihat dikit dong.
Sorry ya guys, aku tadi kelihatan.